head is a box filled with nothing, and that's the way I like it. My garden's a secret compartment, and that's the way I like it. And that's the way I like it. Your body's a dream that turns violent, and that's the way I like it. And that's the way I like it. The winter is long in the city, and that's the way I like it. So please, baby, please, open your heart, catch my disease. I was backstage.
802-333-0483. Open lines every single night here on the Every Single Night Show. My name is Jesse, and I come to you live 11:30 p.m. Eastern, 10:30 p.m. Central, from the great state of Texas, right outside the city of Austin, nestled deep inside the Texas Hill Country. Today is, I don't even know, is it Wednesday? Wednesday, June 30th?
So please, baby, please, open your eyes and catch my disease. So please, baby, please.
Yeah, it's Wednesday, June 30th, 2021. And it's the Every Single Night Show. Ha ha! Bam! Ooh, bam! Oh, oh, oh! Ha ha! Holy smokes! Oh, we got to stop this music. Oh my God! Hey, welcome to the Every Single Night Show. Where are my glasses? Where are my glasses? Everything goes wrong. Everything. I can't squeeze through my headphones there. Oh, jeez, Louise, hold on. There we go. That looks good. That looks good. Oh my God. Oh my God. Jeff checking in on the YouTube chat. Roger checking in on the YouTube chat. Good evening. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, today's Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. I don't even know. I took 2 naps today. 2 naps. 2 naps. So you just start to lose track of time when you start taking 2 naps a day. You start to lose track of time. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I just get sleepy. I'm a sleepy boy. I'm a sleepy boy. Oh, man. Maybe I need to do an earlier show. I don't know. I have my Waterloo. Got my blueberry. I have a little spot here on my shirt, if you can see it. Yeah, it's kind of unprofessional to show up to the Every Single Night Show without my wardrobe. It's a real shit show over here. Oh my God, let me tell you, it's just a mess. I got this spot on my shirt for meeting a chocolate popsicle. I'm just a giant baby boy. I'm just a giant baby boy. Roger, 3:30 p.m. Thursday in New Zealand. Oh my God, that's the stuff. Now, is that tomorrow or no, Thursday? Okay, so tell me how the stock market's doing. Tell me how Bitcoin is doing, because you're from the future. Now, I'm sure you're tired of that joke. Oh, my God. Well, we have a very special show for you tonight. Oh, my God. Well, first of all, that song of the day, that was Ben Lee, Catch My Disease. Let me add that to the song of the day playlist on Spotify. You can find that by clicking the link on social media. Where are we? Right there, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, @2dumb4this. And you click that link and it takes you to a page with other links, and it will take you to the Spotify playlist. You can listen to all of the songs that I feature on the Song of the Day here on the Every Single Night Show. Because if you listen to the podcast version of the show, we have a ton of listeners there on Spotify, Facebook, Instagram. What am I talking about? Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, wherever you enjoy podcasts. I can't play you the Song of the Day, but here on YouTube, I can. So, if you're listening to the podcast version, click the link below in the show notes. Show notes. Jesus, I haven't done this in a couple days. I just woke up from a nap. Oh my God. Roger, thanks for tuning in tonight, man. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Yeah, New Zealand. That's a ways away from Austin, Texas. A ways away from Austin, Texas. I appreciate the hell out of you. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, that was Ben Lee. Catch My Disease. That's the song of the day. Featured in the 2005, I guess, romantic comedy. Just Friends. That was a Ryan Reynolds and Amy Smart movie. It's a classic. I don't know. I don't know if people watch it. And then Ben Lee, he's an Australian guy. He's married to Ione Skye, who, of course, is the female lead in Cameron Crowe's Say Anything. Opposite John Cusack. So it's all like this. It's all coming together. So look, I don't know if this is interesting to you guys, but we're going to take a little bit of a break from the normal show format tonight, because something that is getting a lot of things happened today. I think it came down that the Trump organization and their CFO is going to be criminally indicted. Cosby was released or is being released. I don't know. I see headlines left and right. The world is a busy, scary place. There's an 11-year-old girl in the UK who just had a baby. She's the youngest who's ever had a baby in the UK. So there's a lot of things going on. But what I figure we need to address tonight is a very, very special version of the Every Single Night Show, where we're just going to go through. Look, I mean, we can do questions, we can do call-ins, open lines every single night. Yes. But something that is getting a lot of news here in the States, and I'm assuming worldwide as well, is the UFO report. We got to talk about the UFO report, and we can do a deep dive on the official report, because I think a lot of people read the headlines about the UFO report that was delivered to Congress, and I think, and look, that's what I did. I read the headlines, but the report's only 9 pages. And it's very interesting because, it's what I said would happen is that the report comes out and they mention 144 unidentified aerial phenomena sightings that were bizarre and interesting enough to investigate. But they stopped short of claiming what they are, because they don't know. They're unexplained. And so it's interesting. This report came out. A lot of people got very excited about the report, only because they expected full disclosure, which I think this maybe is full disclosure as it gets, because they don't know. They don't know what the hell these things are. 144 investigations. They explained one of them. That's our tax dollars at work. Anyway, I'm just so embarrassed by this fudge sickle spot here on my shirt. It's fine. I got dressed up for you, Roger. So, if this interests you, tune in. If it doesn't interest you, check back later. Do what you got to do. But this UFO report, the deep dive, we have this is now no longer classified. So what we can do is we can actually look at this, and we'll just dive into this now. Because, like I said, a lot of crazy stuff happened today, and there's a Bigfoot story. We'll talk about Bigfoot tomorrow, but Bigfoot's coming back in a big way. So let's see if we does this come up? Yeah, this comes up. This looks official. Doug, I have that same spot in my drawers. Are you talking about this spot right here, brown and chocolatey? Get out of here! That's disgusting. That same spot in my drawers. Oh my God. Well, I showered yesterday. So up until yesterday, I had the same spot in my drawers. Oh my God. But look at this. This is official. This is from the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, United States of America. But at the very top here, it says unclassified. Office of the Director of National Intelligence. Preliminary assessment of unidentified aerial phenomena, June 25, 2021. I don't know why they put the day in front of the month. That's like an official kind of thing. We don't do that here at the Every Single Night Show. I tell you, it's Wednesday, June 30th. But we can do a deep dive. And I mean, this is a bunch of, just a bunch of words. But what they ended up doing, I can give you some high level stuff. Let me take this off. There we go. What they ended up doing is they investigated 144 reports of flying, UFOs. They're called UAPs now. They are no longer unidentified flying objects. They are unidentified aerial phenomena. And what ended up happening over the past several years is this footage was being leaked. And media reports were picking it up of these of like official footage. This was not just crazy Uncle Ed in the backyard of the barn, of the farm in the middle of Kansas being abducted. These were sightings by the Navy, by warships, by pilots, and they captured these drones. They captured these crafts on radar. Multiple witnesses. There's one instance where the pilots chased a UFO or a UAP. They gave chase to it, and then I think it started chasing them. Like it was. This is real verified shit. Like real verified shit here. And and we can talk about that a little like tomorrow, because now these what is it? The one of these UFO witness, he demands an apology after this Pentagon report, because for years people called him crazy. People said he was nuts. And so now this Pentagon report comes out saying no, he's not nuts. This stuff is actually going on. And what they did is they organized these things into, like I said, 144. They've explained one. I think it was like a balloon or some shit. But they organized it into 5 different buckets, and we'll go through each of these buckets here. We'll go through each of these buckets, but they stopped short at calling them extraterrestrial intelligence. They stopped short because they just don't know. They label that as other. So here we can get into, this is only 9 pages. This will go very, very quickly. But this is a deep dive in the the National Intelligence Report on UAPs. So we'll just, I don't know what this mumbo jumbo is, but this preliminary report is provided by the Office of the Director of National Intelligence in response to the provision in Senate Report 116233. Because basically what happened is, Congress came together and said, hey, what are these videos? These videos are official. Like the Navy and the Air Force, they're capturing official unidentified drones in the sky, and we can't explain what they are. Is this dangerous? Like, the people deserve to know what's going on here. So here we got a line on their assumptions. Various forms of sensors that register UAP generally operate correctly and capture enough real data to allow initial assessments, but some UAP may be attributable to sensor anomalies. So that is their assumption, that what you are seeing is accurate. And I think that's a safe assumption. I mean, if you take a picture, I don't know, 99.9% of the time, it's going to be accurate. And you hope that their radar technologies are accurate. They probably spend hundreds of millions or billions of dollars perfecting this new radar technology. But again, that is an assumption. I guess it's an assumption that their radars are working properly. So I guess they have to say that. I guess the cover their ass, I guess. Executive summary. The limited amount of high-quality reporting on unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP, hampers our ability to draw firm conclusions about the nature or intent of UAP. The Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force considered a range of information on UAP described in U.S. military and intelligence community reporting, but because the reporting lacked sufficient specificity, ultimately recognized that a unique, tailored reporting process was required to provide sufficient data for analysis of UAP events. As a result, the UAPTF, what the hell is that? Did I cover that? What is the UAPTF? Oh, yeah. Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force. So the task force, that sounds official, concentrated its review on reports that occurred between 2004 and 2021. That's a big range. Like 2004, YouTube didn't even exist. I don't think it did. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think YouTube debuted in 2005. That seems impossible. It's been almost 20 years. Like 2004 doesn't seem that long ago. Even saying that it was a year before YouTube was invented or released, that seems crazy. But thinking that we are 6 months away from 2022, we're talking about almost 2 decades here. 2 decades. That's crazy. Like go back into this, say it's 1980. 2 decades is in the 60s. That's insane. Now I'm just doing math in front of you guys. Look, I can add and subtract. Oh my God. The majority of which are a result of this new tailored process to better capture UAP events through formalized reporting. Most of the UAP reported probably do represent physical objects, given that a majority of UAP were registered across multiple sensors to include radar, infrared, electro-optical, weapon seekers, and visual observation. So what they're saying here is that this wasn't just somebody seeing something with their eye. It wasn't just somebody seeing something once on the radar. We are seeing real physical objects in the real world because we're seeing them through multiple means. Eyewitnesses, radar, infrared, weapon, like all sorts of different things are measuring these real objects that are in the sky. In a limited number of incidents, UAP reportedly appeared to exhibit unusual flight characteristics. These observations could be the result of sensor errors, spoofing, or observer misperception and require additional rigorous analysis. So basically what they're saying here now is that in a few cases, now, and I don't know how many cases, I think the number out of 144, I think 18 were full-blown balls to the wall. Oh my God, what the hell is going on here? And in some of those cases, the unusual flight characteristics, I mean, this is technology that we've never seen. And, I guess we can get into, because they'll go into the buckets of explanations here. And if it's not us, it could be, somebody like Russia or China. And if that's the case, then that's very scary because one, our scientists or our tech has fallen behind, which is odd, because we don't seem to have we don't seem to fall behind in that world. We dedicate a tremendous amount of resources, both mental resources and financial resources, to making sure we don't fall behind. But that doesn't mean we can't. It doesn't mean we won't. Of course, that can be mismanaged. But the other thing is that that also means that our intelligence has fallen behind. If our intelligence is not aware of some of these developments in, say, China or Russia, then that could be a problem as well. So it seems weird that both of those could fall behind so quickly. So it doesn't seem to be us, and it doesn't seem to be China or Russia or another international country. So then where does that put us? Because somebody or something out there has a real life physical object that can do crazy things that not they don't go beyond the laws of physics, but they go beyond our current understanding of propulsion and technology as we understand it. There are probably multiple types of UAP requiring different explanations based on the range of appearances and behaviors described in the available reporting. Our analysis of the data supports the construct that if and when individual UAP incidents are resolved, they will fall into one of 5 potential explanatory categories. Okay, this is what I was talking about, the 5 different categories of how they explain these UAPs. Airborne clutter. That's just random shit in the air. I think in that one case, a balloon, I don't know, debris, a bag, a bird. I don't know. A Chinese satellite falling from the sky. Natural atmospheric phenomena. There could be things in the sky that we just don't understand. There is natural phenomena that is a bit challenging, like ball lightning. That's been an explanation for UFOs for years, just ball lightning. So maybe it's ball lightning. I don't know. They don't know. USG or U.S. Industry Developmental Programs. So that means us, the United States, foreign adversary systems, that's China, Russia, somebody else, and a catch-all other bin. So the catch-all is aliens. That's code. That's code for aliens. So again, airborne clutter, natural atmospheric phenomena, us, other people, them, or aliens, or something else. Other. They put other. They don't know. They don't know. And look, I'm not. Look, if I'm an alien going to Earth, first of all, why are you coming here? Why am I going to Earth? There's nothing here. Just a bunch of oddballs with OnlyFans accounts. And, we have to feed our bodies and poop it out somewhere. And everything involves bodily fluids. If an alien is watching our television programming, they're just going to get grossed out. It's all about Tums and Pepto-Bismol and anti-boner pills and not anti-boner pills, pro-boner pills. So there's nothing here. But look, if I were an alien coming to the world, Earth, I probably wouldn't send my body myself. I would send a drone. I would send a robot. I don't want to commute to work. So I don't. I do this show. I commute to my second bedroom, my spare bedroom. So I don't want to commute to work. These aliens aren't going to commute to other stars. They're just not. They're going to send a drone. That's what we do. We haven't even been to Mars as much as Elon wants to go. We haven't been to Mars. We went to the moon once or twice. There's nothing up there. Why are we sending? We're not going to go to the moon again. And look, going to Mars is tough business. We already sent something up there. It has cameras and stuff. So, look, if I'm an alien, I'm sending a robot to do my job. UAP clearly pose a safety of flight issue and may pose a challenge to U.S. national security. That's true. You can't have shit flying around up there if you're flying around up there. You just can't. Safety concerns primarily center on aviators contending with an increasingly cluttered air domain. Very true. Very true. In fact, this makes me hesitant to fly. It does. We don't know what's up there now. I don't know. UAP would also represent a national security challenge if they are foreign adversary collection platforms or provide evidence a potential adversary has developed either a breakthrough or disruptive technology. That's scary because some of the stuff sounds pretty wacky. Just go to YouTube, watch the footage. This stuff is nuts. Consistent consolidation of reports from across the federal government, standardized reporting, increased collection and analysis, and a streamlined process for screening all such reports against a broad range of relevant USG data will allow for a more sophisticated analysis of UAP that is likely to deepen our understanding. Some of these steps are resource intensive and would require additional investment. Now, everybody's got to make the pitch. You got to make the pitch. But that's the thing. When I did science research in undergrad, that was always the pitch. You would go out. Somebody would give you money, right? They would fund your research. You would go out and you would do your research. You'd find enough material to support your hypothesis or not support your hypothesis, whatever, just get some kind of results. But the results were always inconclusive because you would need additional funding to go fund more research. Available reporting largely inconclusive. Look at this. Look how big that headline is. Limited data leaves most UAP unexplained. This confuses me because they say that these things are physical objects and they have, infrared and radar and visual and blah, blah, blah. But now they say that there's not enough data. Limited data leaves most UAP unexplained. Limited data and inconsistency in reporting are key challenges to evaluating UAP. No standardized reporting mechanism existed until the Navy established one in March 2019. So wait, they've been looking at these things since 2004 and no standardized reporting mechanism existed until the seamen. The seamen said this was 2 years ago. And all the seamen got together and said, hey, maybe we should standardize this. The Air Force subsequently adopted that mechanism in November 2020, but it remains limited to USG reporting. The UAPTF regularly heard and anecdotally, heard anecdotally during its research about other observations that occurred, but which were never captured in formal or informal reporting by those observers. After carefully considering this information, the UAPTF focused on reports that involved UAP largely witnessed firsthand by military aviators. So this is what we're dealing with here. This is not crazy Ned in the farm claiming he's been probed in his butthole, probed in his bird hole. No, these are military aviators, and that were collected from systems we considered to be reliable. These reports describe incidents that occurred between 2004 and 2021, with the majority coming in the last 2 years as the new reporting mechanism became better known to the military aviation community. We were able to identify one reported UAP with high confidence. In that case, we identified the object as a large deflating balloon. The others remain unexplained. So 144 reports, 144 reports and investigations. One of them is explained as a large deflating balloon. Now, how did a balloon get that high? I don't know. All the balloons that I see, they don't get that high. My kid got a balloon at the dentist the other day. We brought it home and it just every balloon I ever got just shits the bed, goes straight to the floor. 144 reports originated from USG sources. Of these, 80 reports involved observation with multiple sensors. That's crazy. So we're talking 80 reports with multiple sensors. Most reports described UAP as objects that interrupted pre-planned training or other military activity. So here they talk about the challenges. Sociocultural stigmas and sensor limitations remain obstacles to collecting data on UAP, although some technical challenges, such as how to appropriately filter out radar clutter to ensure safety of flight for military and civilian aircraft, are long-standing in the aviation community, while others are unique to the UAP problem set. This is very formal, very formal. Narratives from aviators in the operational community and analysts from the military and IC, I don't know what IC is, describe disparagement associated with observing UAP, reporting it, or attempting to discuss it with colleagues. Oh, intelligence community. Sorry, IC, intelligence community, I assume. Although the effects of these stigmas have lessened as senior members of the scientific, policy, military, and intelligence communities engage on the topic seriously in public, reputational risk may keep many observers silent, complicating scientific pursuit of the topic. Yeah, that's a challenge. That's what this one guy is saying. This one guy is saying that he demands an apology because he caught so much shit. For years, he caught shit. I don't know. Where's this going? It's going over here. The sensors mounted on U.S. military platforms are typically designed to fulfill specific missions. As a result, those sensors are not generally suited for identifying UAP. So maybe they will now. Will they use new sensors that are designed to identify UAP? Sensor vantage points and the numbers of sensors concurrently observing an object play substantial roles in distinguishing UAP from known objects and determining whether a UAP demonstrates breakthrough aerospace capabilities. Optical sensors have the benefit of providing some insight into relative size, shape, and structure. Radio frequency sensors provide more accurate velocity and range information. But some potential patterns do emerge. Although there was wide variability in the reports and the data set is currently too limited to allow for detailed trend or pattern analysis, there was some clustering of UAP observations regarding shape, size, and particularly propulsion. Now we're getting somewhere. UAP sightings also tended to cluster around U.S. training and testing grounds, but we assessed that this may result from a collection bias as a result of focused attention, greater numbers of latest generation sensors operating in those areas, unit expectations, and guidance to report anomalies. So this is what they're saying. They're saying that we see more around U.S. training and testing grounds, but that's only because we're there measuring it. So it's a chicken or the egg thing, right? Like, are there UAPs all over the place? Like if I go out in my backyard, are they just hovering around, floating around? They're just not being captured by sensors. Why do they keep calling it sensors? Just say they're not being identified. I guess they have to, be formal. Got to be formal. But but it's also, but they're what they're saying is they're recognizing this bias, right? Because they are measuring them because they're there. But are they there because it's the military and we're doing some crazy shit of our own? I don't know. And a handful of UAP appeared to demonstrate advanced technology. So here we go. In 18 incidents described in 21 reports, observers reported unusual UAP movement patterns or flight characteristics. Some UAP appeared to remain steady. Now that look, we've already talked about how these are real physical objects. Something is out there because they've been able to they've been seen by multiple sensors. This is not a blurry photo or a blurry Photoshop photo taken in the middle of the night as Bigfoot walks through the forest. These are captured using advanced radars, advanced infrared, cited by people, like Navy and seamen and the military and Air Force. These people aren't crazy. But in 18 of the incidents, observers reported unusual UAP movement patterns or flight characteristics. Some UAP appear to remain stationary in winds aloft, move against the wind, maneuver abruptly, or move at considerable speed without discernible means of propulsion. In a small number of cases, military aircraft systems processed radio frequency energy associated with UAP sightings. What the hell does that mean? Military aircraft systems processed radio frequency energy associated with UAP sightings. Wow. I think that means something cool. The UAPTF holds a small amount of data that appear to show UAP demonstrating acceleration or a degree of signature management. Additional rigorous analysis are necessary by multiple teams or groups of technical experts to determine the nature and validity of these data. We are conducting further analysis to determine if breakthrough technologies were demonstrated. So what they're saying is, at first glance, these objects did some pretty crazy shit. But we don't really know if that's true or accurate. We need to look into it some more. UAP probably lack a single explanation. The UAP documented in this limited data set demonstrate an array of aerial behaviors, reinforcing the possibility there are multiple types of UAP requiring different explanations. So we've seen multiple things do different things. That's kind of interesting. Our analysis of the data supports the construct that if and when individual UAP incidents are resolved, they will fall into one of 5 potential explanatory categories. We covered this: airborne clutter, natural atmospheric phenomena, USG or industrial development programs, us, foreign adversary systems, Russia, China, blah, 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 and a catch-all other bin, with the exception of the one instance where we determined with high confidence that the reported UAP was airborne clutter, specifically a deflating balloon. We currently lack sufficient information in our data set to attribute incidents to specific explanations. So let's then they go on to define these 5 buckets: airborne clutter, birds, balloons, recreational unmanned aerial vehicles, airborne debris like plastic bags. That's what I said. I said a plastic bag. And I could have written this report. That muddle a scene and affect an operator's ability to identify true targets, such as enemy aircraft. So they're saying that possibly, that what these Air Force pilots have seen on their billion-dollar radar systems going zigzaggy all over the place, it could possibly be a plastic bag. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Remember when Fox did that UFO? No, what was it? Alien autopsy? That was big. That was big. I remember that. It looked real. Natural atmospheric phenomena includes ice crystals, moisture, thermal fluctuations that may register on some infrared and radar systems. So they're saying it could be ice crystals. Some UAP observations could be attributable to developments in classified programs by U.S. entities. We were unable to confirm, however, that these systems accounted for any of the UAP reports we collected. So I believe that. I believe that. I mean, look, there's probably a lot of hidden programs, But at this level, when you're at this level, putting together a report at this level, I think you know if it's us. For an adversary system, some UAP may be technologies deployed by China, Russia, other nation, or non-governmental entity. And then other. Although most of the UAP described in our dataset probably remain unidentified due to limited data or challenges to collection, processing, or analysis, we may require additional scientific knowledge to successfully collect on, analyze, and characterize some of them. This is the longest one. So they're saying everything but aliens in this one. So all of the other ones are very short. It's like, well, it could be a plastic bag, could be ice crystals. And then when they get to other, they really dig in here. We would group such objects in this category pending scientific advances that allow us to better understand them. The UAPTF intends to focus additional analysis on the small number of cases where a UAP appeared to display unusual flight characteristics or signature management. UAP threatened flight safety and possibly national security. Jesus, this is scary. UAP pose a hazard to safety of flight and could pose a broader danger if some instances represent sophisticated collection against U.S. military activities by a foreign government or demonstrate a breakthrough aerospace technology by a potential adversary. This is scary. Ongoing aerospace concerns. When aviators encounter safety hazards, they are required to report these concerns. Depending on the location, volume, and behavior of hazards during incursions on ranges, pilots may cease their test and/or training and land their aircraft, which has a deterrent effect on reporting. The UAPTF has 11 reports of documented instances in which pilots reported near misses with a UAP. What? Are you kidding me? 11 documented instances in which pilots reported near misses. Oh my God. Potential national security challenges. We currently lack data to indicate any UAP are part of a foreign collection program or indicative of a major technological advancement by a potential adversary. We continue to monitor for evidence of such programs given the counterintelligence challenge they would pose, particularly as some UAP have been detected near military facilities or by aircraft carrying the USG's most advanced sensor systems. Look, I don't think it's anyone. I don't think it's them. I don't think it's us. I don't think it's them. That's just me. Explaining UAP will require analytic collection and resource investment. So here they just go on to talk about how they're going to need, better systems, better reporting, better analysis, blah, 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 blah. Expand the collection, increase investment. Yeah, increase investment. And that's it. That's the report. And then like an appendix that defines key terms. So that's the takeaway. That's the big takeaway. Here, let's stop this here. Anyway, that's the big takeaway from the UFO report. They did not mention aliens. They did not mention extraterrestrial, biological entities. They did not mention otherworldly creatures. But I would say that goes in the other category. Look, you've seen this footage. You've seen the footage. Go to YouTube, watch the footage. And I'm not, look, I'm a scientist. Well, I used to be a scientist. And then I don't know what happened to my brain over the years, but it just got worse. It just got worse. I used to be there was once a time when I was a smart guy. But no, not anymore. Not anymore. That was a long time ago. But no, so I'm not, you can't. Look, I'm not there. I'm not there to observe the evidence. So, I mean, look, I can't say that this is one thing or the other. But I do think it's odd that, look at this. Look at these videos. There are pilots that are locking this thing onto radar and they're just screaming. They're like, oh my God, did you get this? Do you see this? They're all over the place. There was like a swarm. They're like, we're being swarmed. They said these things are all over the place. And they didn't start seeing this stuff until they upgraded their radar technology. And then they started seeing them on a daily basis. These pilots are on interviews saying we see these things on a daily basis. It happens all the time. And in 11 cases, they almost hit near collisions. So look, I don't think that's a plastic bag. I don't think that's a plastic bag. Okay. I don't think it's a plastic bag. I don't think it's ice crystals. Just go down the list. They gave 5 explanations. I don't think it's a plastic bag. I don't think it's ice crystals. I don't think it's us. I don't think it's them. I think it's other. So I don't know what that other is. Can't say. They did not explain what other is. Anyway, that's the show tonight. I just wanted to do a deep dive on that UFO report because I had never read the full report. I had seen a lot of headlines. I've read a lot of news articles. And I don't think, I don't know if you guys have read that report as well. So I assume there will be more reports in the future. I assume, that hopefully we are now living in a time, where the government can report openly and honestly what is going on. Because, we've done that thing with, remember Roswell, we've done that thing where, X-Files was all about, hidden conspiracies and fake, and fake news. And so that didn't really work. And so hopefully we're seeing hey, good job, Jeff. Hey, thanks for the feedback. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. So hopefully we are now living in a time where we can be a little bit more open and honest with each other. Whether that's aliens or not aliens, I don't know, or plastic bags or ice crystals. Anyway, that's the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Jesse. This is the Every Single Night Show, where I come to you live every single night, 11:30 p.m. Eastern, 10:30 p.m. Central, or 3:30, or 3:40 p.m. the next day in New Zealand. Anyway, Roger, Jeff, Doug, thanks so much for checking in. Appreciate the hell out of you guys. I'll be back tomorrow. All right, you have a good night. Bye-bye.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Let's do it to it, honey.
The Pope takes a poop and the President too, and the fancy Vance banker in his three-piece suit. The big fat general and all of his troops. The truth of the matter is everybody poops. Famous brain surgeon has to leave his lump, and the high-priced model has to stop for a dump. But can the sides of Canada can't sway away the truth? Cause even if they don't admit it, everybody poops. Everybody poops. Everybody poops. Sure things number more than 2. Death and taxes and everybody poops. Some days it's easy, other days it's hard. But if your system's working, thank your lucky stars. Nobody talks about it, not a word is said. If you're not pooping, then it means you're probably dead. The destitute and homeless have to do it, it's true. But even all the wealthy people gotta make do. And if you live long enough, it's happening to you. Sooner or later, everybody poops. Everybody poops. Everybody poops. Sure things number more than 2. Death and taxes and everybody poops. Death and taxes and everybody poops. Death and taxes and everybody